When you leave a female narcissist or reject a female narcissist, guys, the fangs will come out. Still in beautiful and wonderful United States of America. So let's proceed with this topic. And as always, guys, sometimes the topics in relation to narcissists are very dark because their behaviors are very dark, particularly if you go against a narcissist or threaten the narcissist's control. Remember that the narcissism, the mask itself, the facade the narcissist puts up to the world is a self-defense mechanism in which and over which they have to be always in control. It becomes a very offensive, mechanism when it's threatened, because that effectively is the shield with which, the false fake shield with which they live their lives and manipulate others. So today I would like to get into a comment that was left on one of the recent videos. And thank you to the person who's given permission to me to share it. It's someone who obviously either left a female narcissist or rejected the female narcissist and must have got out quietly, as we suggested in the last video that was put out there, that it's much better to get your ducks lined up so that you will have the minimum or least amount of damage after leaving a narcissist. However, the consequences of a narcissist who is left or who feels that you have gotten one over on them, and particularly a female narcissist, can be highly vindictive and vicious in trying to get you back or take you down. And before I get into the comment of this particular female narcissist and her evil, vindictive, vicious behavior in the most horrendous way possible, I'll read it out now in a minute and you'll understand what I'm talking about. One person did make a comment on the video podcast about the planning, etc., and leaving a narcissist quietly. Sometimes if you can also leave them feeling that they have won when they actually haven't, you might get or experience less vitriol or a lessened smear campaign if they actually think that that they have gotten one over on you. So let's get into this comment, if you can bear with me and bear with my little canine companion in the background who may start barking, but let's just hope for the best. Okay, so here goes on the comment on the vileness of the female narcissist who you get away from or get one over on or reject. Okay, the comment starts off with another good video. Thank you. This is so important. We must get out without announcing it in advance. If you don't have children with the narcissist, then break all contact, change passwords, locks, etc. Especially if you are a man dealing with a female covert narcissist, you must expect various accusations and legal issues. Listen, guys, they really use the system, particularly as females, and I'm speaking as a female. They use the system against males for all the reasons the females are protected. They actually use that system against innocent men. Now, I know we have to have protections for all of us, but this is a vile use of a system that was set up to protect women, not to be used against men who are innocent. Okay, especially if you're a man dealing with a female covert narcissist and a massive smear campaign. This is the vindictiveness. This is the poison that the female narcissist will try to inject into you if they feel that you're escaping the spider web. It is important to understand that you don't actually know the person or who you are dealing with. When that mask was on, you saw a very different version of the actual person that's underneath that mask, and what they are capable of will blow your mind once threatened, once malignant, and once particularly female. You will encounter complete insanity. In my case, I have been through 1.5 years of all kinds of accusations, police hearings, and trials. She accused me of everything possible, of abuse, of beating her, of theft, of being an alcoholic and schizophrenic, of being a psychopath and a narcissist. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to get this to move down the screen. Even of pedophilia. This is heinous. And abusing my daughter. This covert narcissist, female narcissist, even accused this father of pedophilia against his daughter. Luckily, her accusations were so extreme that they were unbelievable, but I have been in several police hearings, lengthy investigations by the social authorities, etc. This is enough to break a person. This is horrendously stressful, obviously. Most of this is behind me, but I still have to protect myself and my daughter. She, the covert narcissist malignant type, plays the victim and involves all kinds of authorities and women organizations. It's a terrible state of affairs when women use, organizations set up to protect them against people. Most of this is behind me. Okay, she tried very hard to provoke me so I should react, probably hoping I should push or hit her so she could use it against me. You're dead right. Every handover of our baby daughter involved her filming me in my face with her mobile, her spitting on me and on my car, her jumping into the car and refusing to leave, her always being late, various verbal insults, etc. I never reacted and kept grey rocking, so then she invented abuse. It is quite unimaginable. As a man, you must expect accusations of violence, rape, etc. As a woman, it's probably more about physical safety. Whoever you believe the person is a lie. You will encounter an absolute maniac, capable of the most vile and vicious things you can and cannot imagine. People aren't prepared for what these people do. And guys, it's only an experience and hearing an awful lot of stories and having experienced it oneself that you realize what they're capable of. And it's so important to warn people because the shock itself of something like this happening to you can cause reactive abuse because you cannot actually comprehend that it's happening to you. And you may lash out. You may actually be triggered by what they're doing to you and so play into their trajectory. It's very important to get educated up on this. This isn't the way, the majority of people are. I promise you, there's so many good people out there that don't want to be so down. But it is important to acknowledge and realize that this does exist with narcissists, with malignant narcissists. So prepare yourself if you're dealing with one. Prepare yourself for the worst and expect and hope for the best. And then a sudden shift. Okay, so she would do the most vile and vicious things that you can and cannot imagine. And then a sudden shift to innocent girl or victim. That's one of the most heinous things you can actually watch. Somebody being really vile and evil. And then in 2 seconds, when another person comes along, they play the innocent victim. Imagine what that does to your mind to witness it and knowing it's been done against you. That to me is the epitome of evil. And yes, you must fight. There is no compromise with a narcissist. No, do not try and compromise with a narcissist. They use it against you. It always tends to end up in court. Get to court quickly. Don't mess around with a narcissist. Educate yourself, protect yourself, and get out without signaling your intentions. So even though this person has suffered because he did get out, obviously, without alerting this narcissist to this, and it has really annoyed her to the extent that she is trying to now take him down, he still advises you to get out while you can with, in your best circumstances. And then you deal with the consequences that come along. So advice for anyone dealing with that, mental discipline is huge here. You know, if you haven't been exposed to this type of vile, evil behavior before, it's a big shock. So know that others have gone through it. Feel some comfort in that you're not alone. Document everything, obviously. I mean, this person was even filming, provoking, and then filming to see if she could get some reactive abuse going on there. You must have had the most incredible mental discipline to be able to overcome this. I guess when you know what somebody's doing and you know that they're doing it for a reaction that can help, you have to use the light within you, use your intelligence. Do not succumb to the evil vileness that's being presented to you, because on that level, a narcissist can win. They want to take you down to their level. They want you to act at your lowest self, in your lowest self. I would advise going to court really quickly if you've anything that needs to be sorted out. I would also advise, in relation to, custody with children and things, or visitation, to keep the visitation in blocks rather than frequent handovers. If you have the luxury, have the handovers witnessed or have them done through somebody else. When you're dealing with this type of person will do anything to get you, anything to gather any evidence to support their outlandish and heinous claims against you. So guys, expect the unexpected of females. Fangs will come out, and I'm not just saying females, males can be just as bad, but this is an aspect of the female narcissist that she will use. She will actually use her femininity in relation to organizations that are there to protect innocent women. She will manipulate the use of those organizations against a male who is not a narcissist and who has not mistreated her. The only thing that he has possibly done is left her because of her narcissism. So that is an example of a female's fangs coming out. And unfortunately, if you have children involved, you can't just do a quick getaway, and she will use the situation to try and destroy you. Godspeed to you who left the comment and allowed us to use it in our community for the betterment of other people, and to pre-warn and forewarn people that this kind of thing does go on. It's not just in movies, it's not just in documentaries, it's happening every day in a lot of different situations. And having said that, I would prefer and like to end on a good note. Please believe in good people. I have never met so many good people in the whole of my life, and that is through the process of surviving a narcissist. So remember, the best revenge, or the best way to survive this awful instant in your life, is to become better, stronger, more loving, and walk in the light, because they don't like it. They don't like it, and they stay away from it in as much as they possibly can. That's all for now, folks. I will see you again, probably on home turf back in Ireland. So please stay well. If you're dealing with that type of situation, I do offer coaching at narcscon@gmail.com. Get the support you need. Support was one of the things I didn't say there. You do need support going through something like this. It's mind-blowing. Thanks, guys. See you again soon.